Hello everybody and welcome back to Enigmatica 6 Expert. And in today's episode, as you can see, we dive right into Mekanism Reactors. We get ourselves a Fission reactor, turbines, boilers, fuel production, and evaporation towers. Everything to do to get these reactors up and running. So now we can start producing polonium and plutonium. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we are going to be starting Mekanism Reactors at last. Finally. We were going to do it ages ago, but then I literally realized, oh, we cannot do it because we have to make ourselves solar neutron activators through astral sorcery, which wasn't easy because you had to wait for solar eclipses and craft all the crazy items, and yeah, it took a while, but we managed to do it. So, to be honest, this is actually my second time doing this intro now, because I was talking for too much. Yeah, I spoke for well over 10 minutes, and yeah, I don't want to have lengthy intros. So, the things I was talking about is, I was looking through the amount of, items we're going to need now in the future for getting into the endgame stuff, which is making ourselves our creative item. Go down here to bragging rights, is making this creative world shaper. Once we've made this, we finish, but the issue is, this guy is a bit more complicated than I thought. He is going to require so much stuff, more than we currently own. For instance, we have a look here at the culinary shard. I'm only going to go through a few of them. We need 50 shards, and this thing only makes one at a time. So we need 50 boxes of thankful dinners, 50 boxes of engineering student meals, and 30,000 units of mana times 50. I'm not even going to bother trying that, but it's a lot. So, if you have a look in here, it requires all of this guy, and it's 60 times just to craft one. So we need to do this 50 times, and you need 60 of them to make one. So 50 times 60 is well over 300. I can't remember the exact number. I remember doing the calculation, but I can't remember. I know it's well over 300. So yeah, we need over 300 pumpkin pies, 300 apple ciders, which is a pain because you can't auto-craft in a cooking pot. There might be a way of doing it, but as far as I'm aware, it's not possible. It's just way too difficult because you can't input and output items with a crafter. It doesn't work like that. So yeah, it's going to take a long time, and even once here, like the excavation kit, we need pedestal quarry kits, 2 to 1, so we still need 50 of them. If we have look dimensional mastery, we need 500 quantum entangleporters. We're going to need for astronomy, we need 50 observatories, which is mental. 50 of these guys, it was a pain just to make one. Because you need all the observatory lenses. Oh god, this is going to take forever. At least making the automated iridescent altar might help make this thing go a little bit quicker. And it even has a 5% chance of giving you an extra one, so it's not terrible. Even alchemy ones, so stim packs, you need 50 of these guys. Rituals, you need about 10 of blood altars to make 5 of these guys. Engineering kits, you're going to need 25 of these ones. It's just so much. There's just a lot there. So my idea is I'm going to do a live stream where I literally spend the entire stream upgrading and mass doubling all of our machinery and setups. For instance, all our mechanism machines over here, a lot of them are still advanced and elite. Upgrade all of these guys to ultimate so that they run at their fastest and most efficient processing. And over here in this big open area that has literally nothing in it, I was planning on expanding all of our buildings and covering this entire area in buildings to make it look like a big industrial state. But unfortunately, yeah, that didn't happen because we ended up putting some buildings over there. And we didn't need that many buildings for many machines, as I thought. Everything for mechanism fits in there, everything for pneumatic craft fits in there, power's over there, and other random machines are in here. So we literally did not need that much space. But this place is not going to go to waste. I want to set up here, cover this entire area in ore laser drills. You know, the one we have here? This is a fluid laser drill, but we will have the ore one instead, and it will start mining us resources. And I want to cover this area with 100 of those guys. So yeah, that is going to be a lot of resources coming in then. So yeah, I want to set that up during a stream. It'll be like too much to do on a video, but it's definitely well worth it. And like I'll have all the streams and everything linked in the description, so it's not like you're not going to see it at all. But yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to upgrade all of our production of materials, like upgrade everything, get 5 times ore processing because our crushing wheel isn't really doing the job. Yeah, it's good at the moment, but it's only crushing the ore and has a 60% chance of doubling it, so it isn't great. I need something that guarantees the 5 times ore processing. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. But anyway, that's all I kind of wanted to talk about. It took me over 10 minutes to say that. It took me 5 minutes to say that there, because I already know what I was going to say now. So let's go head over to Mechanism Reactors. This is what we're going to be doing now today. I want to set up 4 evaporation towers over here, making water into brine. And then that brine can be pumped across over here somewhere, where I'm going to have electrolytic separator set up to turn that brine into sodium and chlorine. We're going to dump the chlorine because the chlorine has absolutely no use for us. So yeah, that's what I want to do. And we're going to have 2 fission reactors, 2 sets of boilers, and 2 turbines. Now, I've already prepared everything that we're going to need now for today, because otherwise it would take absolutely forever and this video will be way longer than an hour. So if I open my bag here, I hope everything. There's probably a good few things here that I didn't get to fit in the bag, but it's in the system. Or I might need to craft a little bit more. Like the pressure dispersers, I need like 25 or 50 of them. But yeah, you understand. So I have up here on the top all of the solar activators, and all the machines here are going to be used for making the fissile fuel to power the reactors. Same over here. So we're setting up 2 sets of this. Here's electrolytic separators to turn the brine into sodium, the evaporation towers, the boilers, the fission reactors, and the turbine. So hopefully, since I have everything already laid out in my inventory, it should be as simple enough as just building the machines and throwing in some power. Or the fuel. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. So the first thing I want to do is set up the evaporation towers over here. So let's have a look here. Let's grab out all of this stuff here. And we're probably going to need solar panels now. So solar. Each one of these guys are going to get 4. So I need to take out 16 solar panels. There we go. They're probably going to get power now from my battery in my bag. Oh, the battery's not turned on. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it off until we have it finished built. So I'd say if we come in 1 on each side and then we build ourselves our 4x4 like so, and then we'll just build it up. This thing has to be 18 tall maximum, which is what I want to go for. This is 2. Change this thing to none. Okay, there we go. So 2, 3, 4. All right, this should be 18 tall now. But let me just jump over here and get some flight. There we go. And if we say on the front, oh god, I hate when shifting and trying to scroll. I actually move my settings on my wand. It's annoying. Put a controller here, and we'll put a valve here. Okay, it worked. Now, can I add another row of these on top, or is it too high? Okay, it's too high now, so this is definitely the right height. If I take away a set from the corners, here's where the solar panels are going to go. So we put the solar panels like so. Okay. Jump down here and pick up all the fallen blocks. This guy is pretty much ready to go. So on the back side here is where water input is going to go. Okay. Or should I have water input here? You know what? I'm actually going to have water input here, and we're going to have the power from the solar panels come down here into a resistive heater. So this is why I have resistive heater. So the heater is going to go here. I'm going to grab out some cable, and then we're going to run the cable all the way up the side. Okay. And then all you have to do is hook it onto the solar panels, and the extra power these solar panels are now generating goes into the cable, comes down here into resistive heater, and then using some thermoelectric conductor cable, we just connect it like that and grab out my wand, or not my wand, my morphing tool for my configurator, and tell the thing here to extract out heat. Now, at the moment, this guy's only producing about 28.7 degrees. And each one of these solar panels are producing what? Okay, there's no flight over here, which is annoying. So I have to keep going back over to the stairs just to get some. What are we producing? We're producing about 200 FE. The sun is going down. So it was about 200 there. So let's call it 250. So 4 200s is 800, and then 4 50s are 200, so 1,000. So it looks like we can input nearly 1,000. Let's go to 900, and we can see that the power is still increasing. Okay, so let's try 950. Power is increasing. Okay, let's try 975 maybe. Power is dropping. Okay, it is dropping because it is nighttime. If we were to sleep, it would be different. So power is still going down, but that's because it is only turning morning now. Okay, for some reason, sleeping resets your effects. So I lose my flight after I sleep. See, now it's going up to 200 now. And are we still going up? No, we're still dropping. Okay, so maybe 275 is a bit too, or 975 is too much. What about 970? It's still dropping. Let's wait for it to turn peak midday and see how much power it generates then. Like, it's about nearly 250 now. Oh, look, you can see now the power is actually going up very, very slowly. So 970 seems to be the sweet spot. So yeah, it's literally just building this guy 3 more times. So I'm going to quickly do that. All right, there we go. I actually managed to get 5 of them set up. So we should be good to go on brine, like, for no time. You know what? I actually could almost remove this one here. And then set up the electrolytic separators right here. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. It's whatever. So I need pipe. So I need a mechanical pipe. And I have 3 sinks made. So I'm going to put all this stuff away now. Morphing tool go here. Actually, I need that now. Put this guy away. And so let me see. What do I need out of here? I don't think I need anything out of here now. It's mainly some ender tanks now. So ender, actually give me out some shadow steel. I only have 14. Can I craft 10? I can. Okay, that will save me on making some more. I'm going to have to set up mass production of chromatic compound because to make ourselves the atomic alloy with the plutonium, it's going to require molten shadow steel instead of water. So I need to produce like a couple thousand stacks of shadow steel. So that's going to require a lot of chromatic compound. But we'll get to that. So I need myself at least 2 ender tanks or ender chests for later on. So ender tanks right now. So I need at least 5, 6, 7 of them. I can actually use up all of it. So I'm going to put one of these guys below each one of these valves right here. Like that. Okay. And now we need to grab out some dye. So we need to have orange dye and some yellow dye because brine is kind of like a yellowy orange, mainly yellow. But I think pretty much a lot of the combinations we have with this is already set. Like orange, yellow is lava. Orange, yellow is nothing. Okay, what about orange, orange? Okay, that's lithium. And what's yellow, orange? Nothing. Okay, so we can do orange, yellow, or yellow, orange. Oh, am I breaking it? I think let's go with yellow, orange. And then if I get my configurator out, I can tell this guy here to extract. So he will extract out the brine once it's done. Okay, now same for this guy. So yellow, orange. Okay, and now just tell each one of these pipes here to extract. Now, it still shows latex in it, but there's nothing in the tank. And along here is where the water is going to go into the system. So what I'm going to do is put a sink right here, and would I get away with just 2 sinks? I might get away with just 2. I might hold on to one to use to fill the boilers in a minute. But if I grab out more cable here, I want to hook these around like so. Let me just go over here and grab some flight. There we go. So I want these to loop around across the top like this. Okay. And now literally just on every side that the thing is connecting, just tell it to extract. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So all of these guys are going to get water now. I just need to finish hooking up the pipes. There we go. So I think we can access through the ports, but you can see water's gone in. It's turning it into brine. Brine is filling up these guys. Brine is already maxed out all of these guys. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the evaporation towers. So that's really good. So now let's work on the next part. Let's put all this stuff that we have in our inventory away now. We don't need it at the moment. Put the ender tank or the ender chest up here. Let's first make ourselves our, I guess, reactor. Grab out all this ingredients here. So fission reactors. Let's remove this and let's lay it back out. Easy enough. Now wand and just fill in the bottom. There we go. And I'm going to have the front here with reactor glass. So I just need to build a frame around the back and sides. And how tall are we going to make this thing? This is 9 by 9 at the moment. Do we just go 9 by 9 by 9? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tall? Or should we go like 12? I think 9 might be enough for now. If we need to make it any taller, we can. So how are we going to lay out the fuel rods? I want to make sure there is a gap in between. So maybe something like this will do. And let's go up then, I think like 7 on the inside. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's actually way too high. It would be 7, but I need a set of control rods on the top of these guys. So it's this one here. So the control rods. There we go. And now I just cover the top of this guy here in reactor casing. Perfect. And then reactor glass all across the front here now. So wand. Boom. The thing is pretty much built. But there's no ports. So now we need to add some ports. So let's have a look here. Here's where the boiler is going to go. And we're going to have one here. So here and here, I guess. So 2 ports there. We're going to need 2 ports at the back here now for our input of fuel and output of waste. Let's go with like this kind of shape. So fuel is going to go in here. Waste is going to come out here. And then go into the solar neutral activator and go into a pressurized reaction chamber and process it all into polonium. And I think I only need 1 set. I know I have 2 solar neutron activators, but I'm actually thinking of something else now as I was building the evaporation towers. I want to build another floaty ring over here. So if I build another one of these rings, put it over here, okay? And then on that one, in dead center, or on the side or wherever, depends on where I go with it, I will build another set of reactors, like the exact thing I'm doing right here with this one with the boiler and the turbine. But its primary purpose is producing polonium for an SPS casing. That guy over there has a trident. So the SPS, the supercritical phase shifter, is going to need polonium to make antimatter. And I can't separate, like split it between making the actual polonium pellets and antimatter. So if I just built a 3rd reactor setup on another floaty one, we would have our own dedicated antimatter production, which I think would be way better. I probably won't do that until maybe the last part of Mekanism. So I think maybe before next episode, I might build another ring. So yeah, I have a feeling I should do that. It'll at least get us a lot of antimatter and not reduce our rate of producing polonium pellets. We are going to get quite a bit of that for making the fusion reactor frames. And even at that, like making all the like mycelial reactor, I don't even know if we'll ever go into the mycelial reactor. I really don't think there's any need. Since all these reactors here are going to be producing so much power, I don't think we need a mycelial reactor going. Because each turbine, if maxed out, according to what I read in the wiki, should produce upwards of 30 million FE every tick. Which seems outrageous, because I don't believe it should generate that. I know I've gotten to generate 4 mil in the past. So, but everything we have here going into fusion reactors and about 3 turbines, so, and then another 6 turbines, we should be generating upwards of close to 30 million every tick. Which would be crazy amount of power. That's why I want to make the induction matrix now as well. I can't remember if I mentioned the induction matrix now at the start of this one, or was it the first attempt I did. It might have been the first attempt, but yeah, I want to set up an induction matrix now soon. Right, okay, here is where the boiler is going to go. Should I build the 2nd reactor? I'll do that now in a minute. Let's get ourselves our boiler going. Okay, so for the boiler, if we grab that some boiler casing, it's a 1 block gap and it's 1 block shorter than everything. So it's a 7 by 7. Is this right? Yes, okay. Then we just fill in the ground here with the boiler casing. Okay, and then we build up 1 more on the edge. Here is where the ports are going to go. So this is going to be output of coolant or input of coolant, depending which way I organize it. Across the bottom here now has to be the super heating elements. So this is what's going to use the sodium that this thing is going to be outputting to heat the water with. Then I need to make this thing pretty tall. So I'm probably going to go the same height as the reactor. So 9 tall. Now I just need to finish building the frame. Okay, and now just fill in across the top. Perfect. Now, across the top then as well has to be these pressure dispersers. Now, I know I have a few more being crafted. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I need to cover the entire top here in pressure dispersers. Don't ask me why. Don't actually know, but yeah, it has to have pressure dispersers on the inside. Then I can just grab the structural blocks or the structural glass and fill in the sides with it then. And red particles means it's built. Perfect. Now I just need to add 2 more valves, or yeah, valves right here. That's going to be inputting water and outputting steam. Yeah, that's pretty much the setup now. Now for a turbine, I want to build a turbine pretty much the exact same size as the boiler. Now the one I was looking at on the wiki is I think a 7 by 13. So this is 1, 2, okay, actually 7 to there. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. This is a 7 by 7 now. Okay. So, there's one other thing I need to craft, which I haven't made yet, and that's the rotational complex. How tall is this now? So if this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, perfect. Now I just need to build this thing up to the same size as the frame. There we go. I'll build the rotational complex now in a moment. Pressure dispersers go in a second. I need the vents. Have I not made the vents? Oh, I have. They're just in here. So turbine vents have to go all the way across the top. And I can have a lot of them on this guy. No matter what you do, it'll always say like they're limiting. But if I just cover the entire side here, at least 3 down, like that. And then you get saturating condensers, okay? You cover the entire top then, the inside, with him. And then you come down another row of them. So you'll have 2 rows of saturating condensers. Okay, but now I need to remove a few blocks. So I need to put at least 4 electromagnetic coils in there. Reason being is electromagnetic coils is what kind of makes the thing run and is able to support the actual rotor turbine blades. I think it said each coil can handle 3 rods, turbine rods, which houses the blades. So if I'm going to be making it this tall, it needs at least 4 of them. So if I break away this like so and put the coils in, there we go. And then you just get pressure dispersers, and then you cover the entire roof in it again, bar the center one. Like that. And that's pretty much your entire thing built. The only thing I need now is rotor turbine blades. Turbine rotors. It's the turbine rotors here. So I think this guy can handle 9 of them, or 8 or 9 of them. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8. Okay, it can handle 8, and it can handle 3 at a time. Yeah, I think it's 3, or is it 2? It might actually be 2. Yeah, 2 actually makes more sense. So yeah, what I need to do now is head back home and start making the next thing. So the next thing we're going to need is over here. I need to tear down the mechanical crafter here. Perfect. And pretty much rebuild it. 5 by 5. Okay. And let me just grab out my tool and rotate this guy to face the center. There we go. So let's put all this stuff out of the way for a moment, because now we need to take out more ingredients. So we have a look here at rotational complex. Put all this stuff away now. So complex, this guy right here. Rotational complexes. We need to make 2 of these guys now for our turbines. So that's going to be compressed iron gears, elite control circuits, reinforced alloy, cable, tablets, advanced machine frames, and a node. I think I already set up the other things for the node to craft. So if we look up node here, so we have 2 nodes. Okay, perfect. So 2 nodes. Get these out of my hand for a moment. Gear. Compressed iron gear. Let's make like a stack of them. Elite circuits. We need 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alloy, we're going to need 4 of these guys as well. Yeah. Cable. And advanced machine frames, 2 of them. So we can start laying these out. The other thing then is a tablet. We have plenty of tablets. Okay, we need 2 of them as well. So tablet go there, and now the cable goes along the side like this. There we go. And how are we doing on our gears? The gears are the last part. Okay, plenty of gears now. There we go. So that is 1 rotational complex. Now I literally just need to repeat it again. There we go. And rotational complex done. I know I need to make more now in the future, but I'll do that when I get there. I might even prepare them in between episodes. Okay, there we go. I'm just waiting for the flight. So back to reactors. Come over here now. And rotational complex just goes right here. Perfect. Now, structural glass needs to go all the way around the edge for the inside. And then we need valve. Have I not made any turbine valves? I guess I haven't. Each one is going to need 2 valves. And I'll show you now in a second. So this guy here is going to be input of steam. And this block here is going to be output of water. You don't need a valve to output water. The water gets outputted through the vent. I'm going to stick one on the back right here to export out power then when we start generating it. Now, the other thing I need to do now is make the blades. Now, if we have a look at the blade here, the turbine blades require turbine rotors and 3 reinforced alloy. So I don't know how much I need, but I don't think I'll need more than maybe a half a stack. So I'm going to go over and make a half a stack of these guys. So how many rotors do I have? 14. I can buy them off the villagers, so I guess I go ahead to go buy a bunch and make them now. All right, turbine blades are made. So let's see, is this enough or Oh, okay, so it's actually perfect amount. Okay, so I didn't need to make more than 32 because I only took 16. So I mean 16 would be perfect for the other one then as well. So wand is build it up so it completely fills the entire empty space, and boom, turbine is built. Okay, perfect. So I can put all this stuff back in my bag, and then when we need to build the other one, I can. Okay, so the only thing we need to do now is set up the 3 electrolytic separators, and I think I'm going to do them right here. Okay, so cable. And I'm going to hook cable up across the top of it, why not? I need also an ender cell. So ender cell, I think I need to make some of this, so autocraft another one of those, please. Flux block, so 2 of them. And autocraft some nitro crystals. And there we go, ender cell. So the ender cell is going to go right here. And you're going to give power to these guys. Okay. Then I'm going to say on the configuration, no items, but gases. We're going to output the... wait, is it the sodium? Okay, no, actually, I think sodium is actually dark blue. Yeah, so we need to configure it so that it shows that the dark blue comes out the front. Like so. Okay. And now if we grab back out the ender tanks that we have and grab out our dye here. And what was it? Yellow, yellow, orange? Yes. Okay, perfect. So then we can come under here, have our ender tank there, grab out some pipe, and connect the pipe like so. And morphing tool, extract, and off it goes. And then I'll do this tank over there for the next one. But anyway, they're ready now. So tube, so pressurized tube, grab about 2 stacks of that. Connect these here now. And as you can see, it's starting to fill with chlorine. We want to dump all the chlorine. And this pipe, yep, is filling up with sodium. So if we come over here now and make sure we configure these correctly. So you are going to be output of coolant. You're going to be output of coolant there. So you connect there. So you're going to extract. And if we just come across here and then down, run the pipe all the way across to here. Sodium should be going into the reactor now. Yes, it is. And then all we have to do now is start generating up fuel. This guy up here, you're going to output out steam. You're going to input water. You're okay. So pressurized tube, come up and across it like this. You're going to extract, and pipe. Pipe is going to come out like this and connect into there, and you're going to extract. Now, the only thing I'm worried about with this whole setup now is the pipes. The pipes are only elite. I have a feeling these type of pipes are going to limit our production rate because they're terrible pipes. They don't transfer item as fast. That's what I'm worried about. So I'm hoping to upgrade these guys to a ultimate as soon as I can, which might help with the production. Because this guy here, we actually never looked at the stats. The max burn rate is 72. That is a lot. So if I increase the burn rate like really high, like up to 10, is the transfer of sodium from this pipe going to be high enough to actually keep this guy filled with sodium? That's my worry. Well, I guess I won't know until I actually turn it on and try and increase the amount, but yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about. Like, if it can't keep up, well, then we're going to have an issue. I want to put the sink here just to start filling this tank up now. Yeah, like, look how slow this is filling up. It only goes 32 buckets at a time. Actually, no, it holds 32. Its pump rate is only 8. If we were to upgrade it, the pump rate turns to 32 from 8. So it literally, like, 4 times is, or 5 times is? I have no idea. But it definitely increases it by a lot. But yeah, and boom, you can see it's pretty much just filled up now. So that's perfect. So once this guy is completely filled with sodium, we can turn it on. And while we're here then, upgrade, let's actually speed the things up. Because these are going to take forever if we don't. There we go. That's going to produce a lot of sodium now. Yeah, by the looks of it, it's producing 256 millibuckets every time. And our brine capacity is stable, because as long as it's daytime, this guy should be producing more brine than this thing's actually consuming, so we should be good. And look how fast it's going up now, so it's great. What we have to do now is actually set up the fuel production. And once I have this fuel production set up, I'll duplicate this whole setup over here, and then we can turn them on and start running it through the solar neutron activators. So let's have a look here. Let's put all this stuff in our bag. And let's take out all of these ingredients here. So if we were to work backwards from the ingredients that we need. So, oh god, that whale just jumped out of the water. So if we look up uranium hexafluoride. Yeah, this guy right here. So uranium hexafluoride is used in an isotopic centrifuge to make fissile fuel. The fissile fuel, of course, comes from uranium hexafluoride, and uranium hexafluoride is made by a chemical infuser of hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide. Hydrofluoric acid is a chemical dissolution chamber with fluorite. Sulfuric acid is made with sulfur trioxide and water vapor. And sulfur trioxide is oxygen and sulfur dioxide. So it looks like the first ingredient we're going to need is oxygen and sulfur dioxide. And sulfur dioxide is a chemical oxidizer and sulfur. So chemical oxidizer and... Oops, did not mean to place that. Misclick. I guess it can go here. And it needs to come out into a chemical infuser then. We need an electrolytic separator to make oxygen. So the oxygen come in there. So we can clear this guy. They output there. This guy, organize him. So items come in here. And there's no item output, but the gases come out on the left. This guy will have gases, input on the left, input through the back, output out the front. Yes. Now, the sulfur trioxide is going to have to come out into another chemical infuser with water vapor. Since the electrolytic separator is going to go here, I'm going to put an ender tank there. So, ender tank. Probably going to need 2 of them. We need some pipe. Okay. And I'll put this guy right here. And now we're going to grab out some blue dye so I can connect to the water network. Okay, you connect there, and then configurator, extract. Okay, so you're going to start making hydrogen. We're going to dump the excess hydrogen. The oxygen is going to start going over into here once I connect up a pressurized pipe. And since the pipe is already here, we can grab our rotary condensator, turn that so it will start turning water into water vapor. So clear that gases, we're going to have output on the left here. So if we put another chemical oxidizer or chemical infuser here, clear that, and have input through the back and input on the right, and then we'll have it, what, output on the left? Output on the left. Yes. And this is going to have the sulfuric acid now. So the sulfuric acid has to come out into a chemical dissolution chamber. So I can put the chemical dissolution chamber here. And I can put another chemical infuser here. No, he can go here. I just need to make sure he's not going to accidentally take any input from anywhere else. So he's going to input a gas here, input a gas on the right, and output out the front. Okay? And the isotopic centrifuge is going to go here. And just make sure I configure you correctly. So input out the front, in front, and output out the back. Perfect. That is pretty much it. The only other thing I'm going to need right now is another chemical oxidizer, because that accidentally went into my bag. And you're going to go here. Okay? Clear you for items, and item will go in the top. Now, the other thing I'm going to need is refined storage. So I'm going to need a bunch of cables. So redstone wire, that. So a stack of them, put those away. Plus another 3 to 4. And now we need an exporter. Craft me 10 of them. And crafting upgrades. Because I already set up a few patterns now as well. So I don't have to set up extra machines here, since we already have those machines set up in our mechanism factory. So exporter, 10 of them now. So you're going to get an exporter here. You're going to get an exporter, and you're going to get an exporter. Okay, so I can hook you up like this, and then hook this guy up like this. Perfect. Now, I don't have, oh, I've run out of flight here? Oh, damn, I've run out of flight. I'm going to have to go change out those jars now. But I need to get access to my refined storage network over here. So I'm going to have to get a network receiver and transmitter. So since I'm going to be heading back to refill my jars, I might as well set that up now as well. So let me go do that and I'll be BRB. Right, there we go. And I also head up a ender cell so we can start transferring power. So cable. Wait, I have more cable on me here, don't I? Yeah, there we go. Right, I need to start giving everything here power. So just need to get in under here. Okay, this levitation belt is really starting to annoy me. I feel like I should probably get rid of it soon. But we are going to be really close into getting creative flight now as well, which will also be really good. So as soon as we get creative flight, this belt is gone. I don't want it anymore. There we go. Connect these three now. Connect it like that, and there we go. So they're all going to get power. And this guy now, I need to break this and run a cable down. They connect to here. Perfect. And pick up back up all those concrete blocks. Now fill in all the gaps around. Perfect. And now pressurized pipe. And a leak cable, or mechanical pipe. Don't think I really need that, but you go here. You're going to go here. You go here. Here, here. Did I not set this guy up to configure? Okay, I forgot to set the gases. Input, output there. Okay. So everything's pretty much ready to go. So, I need fluorite. So, fluorite and fluorite dust. I don't need the dust just yet. Uranium and sulfur. Okay. Actually, no, not uranium. It's yellow cake uranium. This guy. So, craft me 64. Okay, so you're going to get sulfur. You are going to yellow cake uranium. You're getting a crafting upgrade. And you're just fluorite. So you just get the fluorite. You don't need a crafting upgrade. Okay. So everything is almost ready. So sulfur trioxide, put the pressure pipe there. And now I just need to tell everything that needs to be extracted to extract. And put a cable here. Did I ever configure this guy? No, I didn't. But I want items in the top and gases output at the front and input on the right. And then you are going to start filling up with the uranium oxide, which is this guy right here, which is correct. You're just really slow, but there we go. Hydrofluoric acid, uranium hexafluoride. Just extract. And all we have to do now is fill in there. Connect this guy up here. And now you're getting the fissile fuel. And then literally just connect that right here. Tell it to extract. Fill in that hole. And now if we have a look inside the reactor, we're filling up with sodium and we're filling up with fissile fuel. Perfect. Now, the only thing I have left to do is speed everything up with some upgrades. And there we go. So look how fast we're making fissile fuel now. It's crazy fast, which is perfect. So literally once this guy's full of fuel, this guy's full of coolant, we'll be ready to go. literally turn this guy on and boom, we start making power and uranium. So while I'm waiting for this guy here to fill up with the sodium, I mean, I could go ahead and set up the pressurized reaction chamber, the solar neutron activator, before I go set up the other set of machines. Sure. So I need a pressurized reaction chamber, so autocraft all that for me, please. I only need one. Like, I'm not going to bother with the 2 solar neutron activators. Like I said, I want to save one to make antimatter. So I'm trying to remember the orientation. I think it comes in the bottom and then out the front. So if that's the case, I grab out some pressurized pipe here and I run this guy out, because this guy's going to be the waste output. I need to change him now with my morphing tool. So you're going to be waste output. I need a cable here and you're going to extract. Perfect. So that's going to come down and I'm going to have it pop up right here. Like so. So that's going to connect the solar neutron activator there. Let me break this for just a second. Okay, I can't seem to reach the cable. I'm going to have to break that to access it. And then that comes up like this. And you're going to be extract. So yeah, that's going to come out of there. I'm going to put this guy here. Then I'm going to have pressurized tube right here to pull the waste out. So the polonium. So this will turn the waste into polonium. The polonium will come out into this guy here. I'm going to need another ender tank with water. So ender tank, and do I have the blue dye still on me? No. So ender tank I'm going to put here. Blue dye. Now I just need a pipe. And extract. There we go. And do I still have the exporters on me? No, I don't. Okay, cable and exporter. This is where the fluorite dust is going to come in. So fluorite dust and a crafting upgrade. I just realized actually a lot of this stuff is going to be very slow. Actually, no, the exporting seems to be fast enough. Chemical oxidizer, crafting upgrade. Okay, you're actually kind of slow. Maybe if I set it with a stack upgrade, it might produce more at a time. Oh yeah, that's definitely working better. And you're perfectly fine. You're actually very slow. Okay, you're just actually not getting enough sulfur trioxide. So sulfuric acid, not done. This guy, oxygen. Oh, okay. I need to completely dump it, and now we're not producing enough of this stuff. Okay, well that's fine. So I want an exporter on you. And now we just need to configure this guy correctly. So items in the top, items on out the right, auto eject on, fluids input on the left, gases input through the bottom, and the waste is going to come out the front. Or should I have it come out the right? I don't think it really matters. I think as long as it's coming out and it goes into the barrels that go underground here. Let me show you them. So these ones here. So if I actually just have it come out this way, and if I find the input port of this guy, so here, I can just have it come up like this. And this will pull out the waste then, the spent nuclear waste. And then those ender chests I mentioned at the start, they can go here and export out the polonium that is crafted. So yeah, this guy right here gets a crafting upgrade, gets some fluorite dust, and then just using this cable now, just run it over here. And that's pretty much it. That's this entire setup done. So I just need to wait for the sodium to fill up, and then I can actually turn it on. So while I'm waiting for that to fill up, I'm going to go ahead and literally rebuild this exact same thing right here. And then we'll actually have a different setup. Instead of a solar neutron activator, it's going to be an isotopic centrifuge. So let me rebuild this exact thing right here. Okay, I think we're pretty much at the point now where we can start turning on the reactors. This guy isn't 100% full, he's half full. But it might be enough just to get him started. We'll soon find out, because I want this guy turned on now before I end the episode. He'll fill up before next episode. This guy here is just super slow. For some reason, it's like we're not getting enough brine. And I don't know why we're not getting enough brine. Is it the water? Okay, the water output seems to be the issue. I disconnected the sink a minute ago, so maybe if I added the extra sink that I have, would I be able to keep up with the amount of water it's requesting? I guess we're about to find out. Get back at my morphing tool. How's that? Is it keeping up with the water requesting now? You're filling up. You're slowly filling up. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely keeping up with the brine production now. As you can see, the tank already has 10 buckets in it. So that means we should be producing enough over here to keep this guy filled and producing sodium. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I have the other fuel set up. Oh my god, that's loud. It's quiet. And then it just hits, yeah, the sound of everything. So similar to what I did with here with the solar nutrient activator, I've got this guy set up right here. And you're actually not hooked up to power. I need to give you power. Cable. There we go. And fill in the hole. There we go. So you're actually ready to go. So I have this guy ready to go. So he will turn the waste here into plutonium. And this guy here will make plutonium pellets. So if we have a look in here, so this will make polonium and plutonium. One we have right here is plutonium. And the plutonium will be used to make repurposed fissile fuel. But we're not going to be looking at that. It also has the usage of making the infinity nuke. Wait. If that's actually the only uses, like, does it actually do anything else? What about the fluid? Does the fluid do anything else other than make this? Really, that's it. Oh, okay. If that's actually the case, then maybe I can get away with not needing to make any polonium or plutonium. And actually then instead only use... Can I actually extract back out that water? Damn it, I can't. Since there's no waste in him, I can break him and make a new one that's fresh. Oh, actually, no, I know a way of clearing out the water. Hang on. If I just grab out a gauge dropper, I believe it's this guy here. Yeah, this gauge dropper. I remember using him a while ago. You just shift left click the area you want to empty. And that will empty it out. So, yeah, we're not actually going to go with the ender tank here, making water to make plutonium. I might make a little bit in the future in case I might need it, but as far as I'm aware, I don't need it right now. And I don't think I'm going to go the route of the mycelial reactors, since this whole area should be producing way more than we ever will need. So, yeah, okay, I might need to put down some soundproofing here, or look up everything on Mekanism Machine and turn it down in the muffling thing here, but whatever. So, do we dare turn on the reactor? Burn rate of 1. Sure, why not? Temperature is slowly rising. I don't think it generates anything until the temperature has reached over 100. So we're about to see if this thing starts dropping drastically, we're going to have to turn it off. Okay, the sodium is still increasing. Temperature's reached 100 degrees. You saw this guy jump for a second. This thing is slowly starting to get steam, which is exactly what we want. And yeah, it's working. So it's only at a burn rate of 0.1. If we come over here and have a look, the fuel should be coming out and filling this nuclear, or the solar nutrient activator with the nuclear waste. As you can see, it is. The polonium filled up there. Oh, I forgot to turn side configuration, gases. Oh, I have a set input bottom. Okay, there we go. So now that's building up in here. And oh, I forgot to put the fluorite dust in there. So fluorite dust in here. And that should start filling it up, which is perfect. Get rid of the gauge dropper. I don't want to accidentally left click here and cause radiation to happen. But yeah, that's pretty much it then. So this guy is working, and the sodium is still going up, and all the brine is maxed out in here, so it is producing quite a bit, which is perfect. So can we go to like a burn rate of 1? Doesn't look like much has changed. The sodium is still going up. You are maxed out with the boil rate. You're still maxed out with water. You're stable. And you are producing even more steam. And right now you're producing 45,000 FE. And it's already produced 23 million, 24, 25 million FE. This thing can hold 4 billion. That's 4.07 G. But still, that is a lot. Damn. Max water output is 2,000 buckets. And what is this guy over here consuming? He is producing... No, he doesn't say how much he's producing. But it looks like he's actually producing about 49 buckets a tick. So he's not producing a lot. But what will make this thing run a lot quicker now in the future is when we hook up the fusion reactors. These are the fission reactors, right? Yes, the fission reactors. So here's the next part. Can we go to number 2? No, the sodium is dropping, and that is because this guy cannot, yeah, it cannot output it fast enough. So yeah, that was my issue, or my concern. So you can see it's got a ton of superheated sodium in here, but it's not extracting it out fast enough. So that means by the time we actually start making the atomic alloy, which this guy is be ready to make, but I won't turn him on just yet. So the start of next episode, what we'll do is we will start making ourselves our deuterium, plant, and solar neutron activator. But at the very, very start, we'll set up a magma crucible making molten shadow steel. Or you know what? I might actually just hook it up before I start anyway. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll set up a magma crucible and make myself a couple good few, maybe even like 1,000 stacks of shadow steel if possible, just to get this guy up and running. And the one thing I need to remember is to turn off this reactor when I disconnect, because I remember that was an issue back in ATM 6 where I would log out of the world and then log back in, and the reactor wouldn't like construct itself and it would just explode. I think it was like the ports or something glitched out and the water wasn't able to go pumping into it. So yeah, and look, this guy's already produced 160 million FE, so I need to set a place to start storing all this power. And yeah, I guess I can't turn this guy on just yet. I have to wait for this guy to finish making all the brine. Actually, this guy's completely stopped. You stopped making power. Whoa, hang on a second. Why is that stop making power? It's probably something to do with I have to put back down the ender cell. Yeah, look, this guy's full. This guy's glitched. Do that, and it should refill itself. Fine. Yeah, that thing still has that issue. Now, the other thing I just realized is that area is actually not chunk loaded. So I'm going to have to go over there and chunk load it. Reactor still running okay. Sodium still going up. Okay, we're perfect. So FTB chunks. Let me move a little bit more center over here, so I make sure I claim everything. So claim this entire thing. There we go. And I'm going to force load the chunks within the inside here. And there we go. So everything here should be running even when we're not around. And you know what? This guy should be starting to fill with sodium. You are filled with power, but there's no brine being produced anymore because it is nighttime. So if I was to quickly sleep, will you be back up and running, making enough brine? Actually, it shouldn't really matter because this guy should be generating heat anyway. No, we are producing enough water. Yeah, it's just not producing enough heat. Ah, whatever. It will work eventually. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to hit that notification bell while you're at it as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.